Welcome back, folks, to Homestead Aquarius. Welcome back to my Days Till Spring Challenge. I've got 3 days, 3 short days till spring. Uh, somebody, something I was watching earlier today, somebody was saying, yeah, spring is here. I think they're absolutely right. It's unofficial by our calendar, but if you look around and notice, nature really doesn't care. There's my dog. She don't care about anything either, including letting me make a video without her barking. But the yeah, today I got to get something going here. Uh, I've got a greenhouse full of stuff that I've been concerned about not having enough room in my greenhouse. I'm out of room in here for all the stuff I want to grow. So it's it seemed like common sense for a lot of people, and it just kicked in for me. I got to get this stuff in the ground. I can clear out a lot of space in the greenhouse if I'll just start planting. Now, I can't plant my turmeric right now. I don't want to do that. It still needs to be a lot warmer for that to go in. Um, but I can certainly, I think, plant a few beans, get them in the ground, get them going. I think we've got frost-free conditions now for a while, but you know, there's an old saying in the South, don't plant until Good Friday. So I'm probably going to do that and build in some extra protection so that I can cover them up if we're expecting a freeze, but continue to grow. Now my onions and garlic that I've got a great deal of this. It's an heirloom garlic type, and it may be something that the Native Americans had. I'm not sure. I've already got some out there from last year, and it's doing great. I'm going to put all the little seed heads that I busted up and planted in these little containers. I'm going to put these in there and get them, go ahead and spread out and do their thing, because the cold's not going to mess with them too much. Got to get some beans in the ground, that's for sure. Got to get a lot of stuff. Got to catch up to Bull and his challenge, you know, and start making a lot of food. And I want to encourage you, I'm going to encourage you all the time, that you can grow your own food. And if it was me, I'd make every step possible to do that. Every container you can find, start growing something. Some of you are in apartments. Well, you've got balconies, you've got windowsills, you've got patios, wherever you are. Try to grow some of your own food and grow enough to share a little bit, even if it's oregano, basil, anything like that, anything small, herbs. It's a wonderful thing. Get into it. And maybe you can find someone that would let you have a garden on their property, and y'all share in the bounty that you can do whenever you grow with nature, and let her help you and help each other. That's incredibly important, that we help one another. We've lost a sense of community, of greater community in our lives over the years. It's been possible for each person, each family to do just fine by themselves. But we've got things on the horizon that may make that difficult, including our food. One thing that's being overlooked right now by so many people, and so much of the media coverage, is the problem of our harvest being destroyed. Last year, the people that are in agriculture and are concerned with such things, growing food, it's been widely called, 2019 is widely being called the year without a harvest. And we are seeing that, the masses of fields that have gone without a crop all year. The losses that we had during the floods, and then not just here in America, all over the world. The locusts that they're having problems with, the drought conditions, many things. And I'm afraid it's going to catch an awful lot of people unaware and in a very bad spot. But we can do this wherever you are, especially if you're in the suburbs or out in the country. You can do this. Get together and start growing food. Look, it's a jug cut in half, styrofoam containers. It's trash off every street. Pick it up, wash it up, clean it up. You've got containers. Don't throw it away, reuse it. Get these beans in the ground wherever you are. Beans provide an enormous amount of food that's very healthy for you, and they're easy to grow anywhere. So today, that's what I'm going to be doing. I've got some, one thing is when you have a small property like I do, you have to think about where you're going to put things and how's it going to be, because you don't want to overcrowd or grow something you want to do good at companion planting. Now I say, I've said a few times just in my videos, now I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like y'all. Well, I am. I'm just like y'all, just like everybody. I do know a few things. I'm not a total novice to gardening and growing and nurturing plants and nature. Grew up on farms when I was a kid. Been around it all my life. Out in the woods, hunting and fishing, learning about plants as I go. I've done a lot of all that. So I am not without my knowledge. I'm nowhere near a master gardener. Not a master gardener, not a master of any of these things. I'm a student. I'm a master student of these things. And that's what I would encourage you all to become. I appreciate y'all watching my videos very much. And I'm trying to, one thing I want to do is try to help people realize that they can do they can do something for themselves. What I'm talking about. If I can do it, you can. And I'd love to hear from you. I've got an announcement I'm going to make just shortly after this video. So stick around with me for that. I'm going to get a few of these things and put them in the ground now. So I'll see you over there in the dirt. We're going to get dirty. All right. Out here beneath my little plum tree. Now, I said earlier I've got an announcement I'm going to make. It's not a new invention. I'm not fixing to blow up everybody with this new crazy idea, or actually it's a wonderful idea that I didn't have the appropriate level of excitement for. Okay, but we're gonna work on that. Now I've got something that I want to share, but I've had second thoughts on doing it right now until I can properly set it up in the exact way that I need to. So give me a few days and I'll do that. Well, we're under here the pear tree in one of my grow beds that I've just had it set up and it's set here. Notice how there's no weeds coming up in here. No weeds here for, over a year. Cardboard on the bottom, rotten wood on top. Yeah, there's the nitrogen thing, but we've got ways to deal with that. Anyhow, what you see here, though, what I'm showing you, look here. Through the busy schedule that I've had in the past years, especially last year, and some of my own negligence due to that, some of the seed heads have fallen off and just started either from my garlic, my heirloom garlic, or the Egyptian walking onions. I've got things around here growing like crazy right here. So that's telling me that nature loves the idea of growing in this rotten wood. And we're going to see most of what I've got in here, this wood is probably to the point to where it's releasing any nitrogen that it had built up in it. It's almost dirt, especially when you get under the soil or under the top layer. But that's what I'm going to be doing. We still got some more volunteers, but the weeds in here is about like back to Eden kind of gardening in a way. Now, one thing about this is I am going to have, I got to turn the volume down on this thing. I am going to have more places for slugs and pill bugs. And I believe that pill bugs are not really as big a thing as people worry about. I think they eat more of the dead vegetation. That's what I'm going to go with. The slugs, on the other hand, they're going to eat my strawberries and maybe a few other things. But if you can believe it, I've got a good use for those that I'll show later on in time. I want them here. They're going to come in handy for me. But let me get some of this in the ground. I'm going to set these right out here on the southern side of my plum tree, right down here in this soil. Wood almost turned to soil. That's where I'm going to put it. Remember, I add into it a little bit of that quail goodness I've got so much of, right? That's going to add some nitrogen back into here. And this, you see what this is? It's all almost dirt wood. Okay, this has to be at the stage of releasing its nitrogen back. It shouldn't be that much of a problem. Anyhow. All right, I hope y'all are comfortable on that little piece of wood there I got you stabilized on. This is one of my little jugs that I've taken out, dumped everything out. Now, if you notice, this particular allium, whether it's the garlic species, I don't think it's my walking onions. I think it's the garlic. It's sitting in potting soil. I'm going to add that right into my soil here. I'm not locked into any one method of doing anything. I am into doing what works in my situation, and what other people have found to overcome their issues. There's an old friend I used to have. I was fortunate enough to know him. He was 90 something years old, and still working his garden. He's an amazing gardener. Lots and lots of knowledge over the years. Now this, and he continually added potting soil each year to his garden. And I say his garden, he had a small place. It's a very small garden. And, we'll increase a little distance there. He had a small garden, but he still worked it every day. And like I said, he was in his 90s. I'm sure it wasn't his upper 90s, but I forget how old he was. I want to say 92 or 93. But the man was a walking wall of health. And when you're doing things in natural ways, that's the kind of life that you can look forward to having. A good, healthy life. That's something that Old Alabama Gardener is helping folks do. Find him out there. You find Old Alabama Gardener, and you find a man that's concerned with everyone living and growing things to make themselves as healthy as possible. He's got the knowledge. And I see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of making stuff up as I'm going along here in this situation. I've got potting soil here. That's going to definitely continue to help boost my plants, my onions. I'm going to take this bark or this decomposed wood and go around here, because the onions and everything, they don't necessarily have to be buried. I think most of the time they're up on top. So we're going to bring that in to help strengthen them as they get their roots down in here. And that will provide mulch, provide some protection from various things. So it's just common sense things, I think, that's what I'm trying to do. And if anybody's got any concerns or helpful comments, it's like, hey, try this, or respectful, kind of comments that are helpful to people. I'd love to hear them. Like I said, I'm a master of none of these things. I'm just a master student, and I'd love to learn. But right here, below my pear tree, my peach plum, my plum tree, I'm going to put these in and get them started. And I also have to continue to think about, I've got to upload the video and try to get it there to y'all in a timely fashion, or else it'll be late in the day or be tomorrow. So I have to consider that as well. So I can't get everything that I'm doing on camera, and I can't do everything that I want to or need to while I'm doing this challenge, because I am new to all of the videography things, as I'm sure that y'all are aware of. You probably can't even see my hands now, can you? Let me see. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, good. And I told y'all, if you need to scoot over or turn the phone another way, maybe you can see me there too, if I get out of camera range. But I see, it's so simple. It's so simple. All you got to do is want to do something. Just want to grow something, and you can. If my hillbilly self can get out here and do it, certainly you can too, because only the smartest people in the world, okay, my subscribers, only y'all have got the extreme sense to be able to do everything I can do and more. I think I tried to give y'all a shout out right there. Oh Lord. Well, we're gonna get this going and think about uploading it so that y'all can see today. And I truly do appreciate each and every one of you watching. Please subscribe. I'm going to be bringing a lot more, lots more, and some fantastic ideas, I think. Like my videos. Give me the thumbs up. At the end of the day, it means so much for people to subscribe and leave the thumbs up, like everybody on YouTube. You know, it's a lot of effort goes into this stuff. But go see Old Alabama Gardener. Wonderful, wonderful teacher right there. Near endless supply of things that you can learn. And let's see. I probably better let that be it, because as y'all know, I can get talky. So I'll see y'all tomorrow when I've only got 2 days left till spring. What are y'all doing? Let me know what you're doing to get ready for spring. Share my videos out. Help me grow this, and let's grow together. I'll see you tomorrow.